what I expected, but what did they feed him? He went from banging his head on the table. Oh, gee. Oh, boy. He in there telling on everybody except for the waterman. He's singing like a jaybird. Man, he's singing like a jaybird. I think I'm gonna see a video where they twisted his hand and threatened him and all this stuff. I ain't seen that one video like that. He in there singing like a jaybird for charges not related to this case, to the RICO case. They was getting him on other stuff and other. Okay, that's not what I came back on to talk about. All right. So I went over to Joe Rogan's and he charged him $5 so he could pay off his debt for you to subscribe to him. If the subscription is not free, it's not for me. Okay, my name is Golda D. Harris. I'm running for president of the United States. I am a write-in candidate. I will get the other letters, but this is my first letter from the state of New Jersey as a write-in candidate, August 6, 2024. It is the official letter. So here's the person's name at the Division of Elections that I can be a write-in candidate. I have several states that I have to go through and get that for. Now, I was planning on coming to the different states and, with my information and getting my ballot signed. I'm running a campaign without money and without contributions. I'm accepting contributions, but they're my own contributions to the campaign. I'm not asking other people to do it because you can become president of the United States without $1 billion for ads that they're only going to send to certain people anyway. So use this platform. Now, Donald Trump is alleged to be going to prison for a year, September 18th. So if he does win, he'll be the president from prison. However, so you can be a mayor from prison, but you can't be the president from prison. And he's going. So that would be September 18th. He's supposed to be sentenced or arraigned to have his arraignment. And I have been saying for the past 2 years, even though I wanted to see him get arrested because that would be my justice, he's never going to go to prison for any of this stuff. Well, they've worked around it and they are going to send him. Allegedly, I have to go look at the story that they are going to send him to prison. But prior to knowing that today is August 15th, allegedly he's going to prison he's not going to be sentenced, he's just going to be arraigned to go to prison on September 8th. So that's a little 3 days past a month, 3 days, 4 days, because there's 31 days in this month. And as I said before, I knew this information. For federal offenses, I'm the only one who is going to pardon Donald Trump when I'm president. So I'm asking you people that love Donald Trump and don't want to see him in prison to write my name in. I am a write-in candidate. I have been out campaigning, but YouTube has been blocking my URL and they may still be blocking it. Oh, wow. I don't want this one. Is that the only one I have? Ooh. Yeah, I think that's the only one I have with my number on it. I mean, I have another sign, but I mean one with my number on it. This is what I've been out campaigning on, my little handwritten signs, because the bottom line is whomever gets the most votes will get the delegates. They aren't assigned to anyone like people are saying. The only delegates that are assigned now are the ones where Donald Trump, where people pledged to vote for him. and the ones for Kamala Harris were people, Harris Imhoff, were people pledged to vote for her. But no one else is going to release Donald Trump from prison. No one else is going to pardon him. No one else is going to pardon Biden, Hunter. I said in my video before, honestly, in my video before, I said the reason for the pardon is because um, I want to focus on getting money to Americans. I want to focus on us building our GDP. I want to focus on us protecting and building our farms and making sure grants are available. I want to focus on getting rid of sending money for wars and focus on getting embargoes to people who deserve to have it. Treaty embargoes, in case people don't know what I'm talking about. You have an embargo for your treaties agreement that we have with these countries. So if anybody wonders where I've been here. But YouTube has been blocking me. So you people who love Donald Trump, you MAGA voters who want Donald Trump, you, you know the Democrats aren't going to let him out. I don't want Kamala Harris to be president, Harris Imhoff to be president of the United States, because she's just going to allow more illegal migrants into the country. She's just going to open the floodgates so that even the legal ones that are coming in through a roundabout way because they have enough money to pay, they're the ones, they're not coming here at as great a number as the illegal migrants from all over the world, but they are coming. And I keep telling people I'm grandfathered in. I've been to prison before for crimes that I did not commit. I'm still trying to get that overturned, but the state claims that they lost my paperwork. But that is not a disqualification from running for president of the United States. The pardons that I'm going to give out for Trump, Hunter Biden, people who are falsely incarcerated, people who are unjustly incarcerated, or people who were correctly incarcerated, but I need them to work in a job. And so therefore I'm going to work with the states to release some state prisoners to fill the jobs that are going to be made vacant when I use my power of the army and remove all of the illegal migrants to a safe location until they can be processed and either allowed slowly into America over the years when there's space for them, or they're denied. And in the meantime, I'll have them out of the United States in a safe place where drugs can't flow through them, because I'm going to put them on those cruise ship. It keeps their families together. It gets them out of their United States. Yes, they have to live on the seas, but they can order stuff and have it, through Amazon or whatever, and have it flown out to the ship to them. They will not be going to another country and going back and forth and taking drugs and unless Amazon is in the business of shipping drugs. They will learn a trade while they're on the ship. They will learn about government while they're on the ship, the government they have and the government that they want, and what they can do peacefully as leaders, as community activists, as professionals, to change their system, even if they want to stay in an authoritarian country. They have to be able to live in that country. That will be available to them at cost to the country that they came from, because most of these people are coming from countries where we are already paying in a trades agreement. We have a trade agreement with their country, yes, to exchange goods, imports and exports, but it's a double and triple dip for them to leave their country and come to our country illegally. If there is a country, it's a double dip of taxes. If there is a country where, say, people are coming from Los and we don't have an agreement with Los, well, those people have to get from Africa, Los in Africa, to North America. So all of the countries that they pass through to get here, a percentage of it will be taken from your money for the trade agreement. Because you don't need the money that we're sending to you to help your residents in the trade agreement when your residents of your country are in ours. So that's the first payment, is our taxes are going to other countries to pay these people. That's the first one. That's legal. The double dip is that these people are here, and now our federal and some state money, taxes, is being used to house them, pay for them so that they're not sleeping on the street, give them food stamps, paying for their education up to $80,000. Tim Walz pays for education, $80,000 for illegal migrants after they establish a residence. And I put this thing out here, and then once you establish a residence, you can vote. And I put this out here, and people looked at me and said, "No, you're wrong, miss. You should say that you want to stop them. You want to stop them from voting." Well, this is the law right now. 192, HR 192. For any of you who don't know this, I have been saying this over and over again. Illegal migrants can vote. The Democrats and the Republicans passed this law. Those QR codes don't work. I have to put the QR codes out there. But I don't want any donations. I want votes. I don't want money. So, Donald Trump, I know your people watches me. There's a lot of fanfare for Kamala Harris Imhoff, but this lady is an American, just like Vivek Ramaswamy is. And if you guys don't want Vivek Ramaswamy, then you shouldn't want Kamala Harris Imhoff. You didn't want him because his parents were migrants. They came to our country and then they had a son, but they raised their son in their culture. Well, that's the same thing that happened with Vice President Kamala Harris. The only reason Biden picked her is not so he could get the black vote, so he could get the Asian vote. So it's okay for you guys to be replaced by Asians and Africans and Germans, and just as long as they're not Hispanic, you're still being replaced. You're still being replaced in your jobs. You're still being replaced in your homes. You still can't pay your mortgage. Your kids still can't move out of your house. So that's what I said. With all the money that we're spending on another group of people to come in and replace us, what's going to happen to you? You're going to just simply disappear. You're not going to be in the system. Some of you will commit suicide and unfortunately take your families with you. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is put aside all your misconceptions that I'm a Black American, because this is the only country that I have. I don't have another country. I'm a Black American, but I'm an American first. And this is my home. This is my country. I'm not going back somewhere. I don't have these preconceived notions and prejudices and racism that most people would have. Plus, I'm 56 and I'm about to turn 57 next month. So I've lived, right? So I know we need our people out of the prisons. I know that for people who are on drugs, the way that you combat and get rid of drugs is you provide the drugs to the people who have drug problems, right? If you need cocaine or coke or whatever it is, then you provide it to them. But again, you got to go to work. Now, some people may say that's ridiculous. People who smoke coke and people who smoke reefer and people who smoke cigarettes and people who are alcoholics, they're not going to go and get a job. Yes. Will 100% of them do it? No. But then they won't get the weekly paycheck that I'm planning on paying to Americans. As long as you have a job, where even if it's part-time. If it's part-time, you don't get $17.76, you get half of that. But if you have a full-time job, 40 hours a week, $17.76 a week is what you will get. If you have a part-time job making a minimum of 25 hours a week, you will get half of that every week. And that is so businesses will hire you and you can take the job at minimum wage, whether it's below the state standard, state stated an authorized minimum wage or not, you don't have to worry about it because your income is being supplemented. And I need you to spend that money. For 3 years of my administration, I'm going to pay out those weekly payments. If you are disabled, you also get it. Most people that are disabled. If you are retired and you're working, you will definitely get it. If you're retired and you're not working, you will get it. But don't give up your job because the payments are only going to be for 3 years. And then a portion of those checks, one of those checks every month, is going into an IRA Roth. I'm going to put it in there, leave it in there for 3 years collectively with everyone who's in America that qualifies for it, which will be most Americans and most immigrants who came here legally that have worked 10 years and paid federal taxes for 10 years. If you are a legal immigrant and you managed to use all your little tricks so that you didn't have to pay into our federal tax system, you do not qualify for weekly payments. That's the way it is. All right. So, because I need to kickstart our economy, our gross domestic products. And so in my administration, having all this done, I'm going to have to pardon people so that they can take the jobs of the jobs that these people claim we don't want. And keep the money flowing and get us out of debt so that we're not in debt to other countries. It's not about being first all over the world for America. Nobody's going to attack us. We have too many bombs. We have too many goods and services that they want. China's not a threat. Russia's not a threat. So with my cabinet, 27 cabinet members that I get to select, because I'm not going through Congress because they're just going to boohoo over it. These people are going to be people that are going to work with me and for me on behalf of Americans. And I have exclusive pardon power. I don't have to ask anybody anything. So when I'm president, Hunter Biden, Donald Trump, and a few others. Now, why am I giving them a pardon? Because I want my administration to concentrate on rebuilding America, taking Americans out of poverty. And when I give you $1,700, I'm going to make $5,000 back from that through taxes, through investments, and whatever you're investing in. You're going to be purchasing things, so that's going to help your community and paying off your debt, right? So don't worry about that you see my shoulders. When you hire me for president, I'll have a shirt on and you won't see my shoulders. But you haven't hired me yet. My name is Golda D. Harris. I'm running for president of the United States. I am a write-in candidate, not just in New Jersey, but right so far, this is the only letter that I have that I printed out. And I'm going to go and work on the rest of them. There are 8 states who will not let me be a write-in candidate. But you red and blue states and you purple states, I'm your girl. Have a good day. If you want a Harris, if you want an American, that is me. That is not Kamala Harris Imhoff. What she's going to do is cause more wars and take more of our money and send it over to Israel. And Israel will never cease killing Palestinians, Muslims, and destroying the cities and states and capitals, the capital of Jerusalem. Have a good day. Vote for Golda Harris, MAGA.